3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
It's Tuesday and welcome to another episode of We Talk. I'm Yolanda now. Today we are doing things a little bit differently once again. I am reviewing another app, Calm Harm. So if you struggle with mental health and you just want some pointers as to what can help, please check out today's interview section and see if the app can benefit you. Stay tuned. Heading over to our website for some news. The new emergency care unit at Ramatex will have a bed capacity of about 200 as well as 50 beds for the hospital's intensive care unit. The Windhoek municipality last week took stakeholders and the media to various development sites in the capital to share progress and plans for its projects. One of these is the former Ramatex clothing and textile factory, which is currently being converted into a hospital. It will serve as a national COVID-19 emergency healthcare center, but will also include a research center and post-COVID care unit. Just because COVID-19 numbers are declining does not mean that we will not use this unit in the future, the Mayor Job Amupanda said during the visit. Apparently, the municipality still has to register with the Minister of Health and Social Services and needs to meet certain requirements. We have to prioritize this project. We need to get together and discuss how we can speed up the process and complete the project quickly. The impact of COVID-19 on mental health has been felt across the globe. Many of us have faced and is facing challenges that have stirred strong emotions and caused much stress and anxiety. In fact, research has shown that population mental health has deteriorated significantly since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, and that rates of anxiety, depression, and mental distress increased in 2020 compared to previous years. Furthermore, population mental health has gone up and down in different waves, with peaks of mental distress closely correlated with peaks in COVID-19 deaths, and periods when the pandemic control measures were most stringent. Importantly, there has been a renewed focus on this mental health impact of the pandemic on the global population. The World Health Organization has placed increasing emphasis on mental health, integrating this important topic into preparedness and a response plan for public health emergencies, and providing guidance and advice during the pandemic for health workers, managers of health facilities, people who are looking after children, older adults, people in isolation, and members of the public more generally. Research supports the notion that addressing the mental health impact of COVID-19 requires a whole of society response, and workplaces is not spared. Naturally, workplaces have not been spared from the mental health impact of the pandemic. It has substantially changed the way we work and engaged and caused massive unemployment, which in itself is a major trigger for mental health issues. The governor of the Omaheke region said the region is struggling to convince residents to get vaccinated against COVID-19 due to conspiracy theories and misinformation, which might affect reaching the targeted numbers. Speaking at Umitara over the weekend while responding to questions on the region's progress with the vaccination campaign, he said that Omaheke is one of the hardest hit regions in the country, with close to 300 deaths, representing a 7.2% rate. In light of this, the regional leadership launched the Hope Amidst COVID-19 campaign aimed at encouraging people to get vaccinated. However, the campaign is facing challenges of misinformation and some community members don't want to get vaccinated. They decided to embark on a strategy of going farm to farm and house to house to educate people on the benefit of the vaccine. The issues hampering them are conspiracy theories and negative publicity around the vaccine. The governor saw it at one of the farms where the community was apparently told that they will die in 2 years' time if they get vaccinated. When asked if the president and his wife were vaccinated, does it mean that they also want to die? Then I started seeing some positive responses. He said that the region had vaccinated 16,800 people by Friday, the 17th of September, and plans to vaccinate more than 51,000 people by March next year. The Namibia senior men's hockey team received 900,000 Namibian dollars from MTC yesterday ahead of their participation in next year's World Cup. The team was invited to the World Cup by the International Hockey Federation following the withdrawal of Australia and New Zealand due to COVID-19 relation international travel restrictions put in place by their governments. Speaking at the sponsorship announcement, Namibia Hockey Union president said that it is the first time that both the national men's and women's team participate in a World Cup at the same time. The Namibian men's team will join the female counterparts at the World Cup in Belgium from the 2nd to the 6th of February next year. He added that 12 teams will compete in the men and women's team respectively, with the Namibian team drawn in Pool B to compete against Germany, Iran, the Netherlands, Belgium and the USA. MTC's Timmy Kanju said the money should help the team prepare thoroughly in order to compete and not just to participate. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm doing a review on the Calm Harm app that was created by Dr. Niara Krause, a consultant clinical psychologist. She states that the outbreak of the coronavirus has been difficult, both in terms of the restrictions it has caused worldwide and how it has created an uncertain and anxious time for everyone around the globe. Many young people, particularly those who had mental health difficulties before the outbreak, are worried about how the situation might impact their mental health. The most important thing to remember is that if you find yourself finding it difficult to cope with difficult emotions and behaviors, you are not alone. Self-harm is when someone hurts themselves in order to express, deal with, or communicate difficult emotions. In most cases, there is no suicidal intention, but this is always a factor that needs to be monitored. Self-harm is a behavior that is used by all ages and gender. Self-harm with suicidal intent, however, is more common in boys and men and in people who are LGBTQ+. Some identifying features include irregular self-harm marks, covering of arms and parts of their body even when it's very warm and it's noticeably different to how the person usually is. Someone in the friendship group self-harms, or a member of the person's family self-harms. Another sign is carrying out a lot of risky behavior without care about the consequences and experiencing difficult to manage emotions or poor mental health. So how does this app work? Calm Harm is a free app that helps children and young people from 13 years onwards resist or manage the urge to self-harm, and is created, like I said, by Dr. Nihara Krause for STEM 4. Calm Harm encourages users to break the pattern of self-harm early in its development. It provides a range of suitable activities to suit different ages based on the underlying reasons for self-harm, and encourages self-monitoring and provides the opportunity to start to learn alternative and safe ways to deal with distress. The app provides users with 4 categories of tasks based on the main causes of self-harm. You can either choose to distract yourself, comfort, express, or release. The app also includes a breathing technique to help reduce symptoms of anxiety and allow users to stay in the moment. Calm Harm is an aid to help young people manage and resist the urge to self-harm and is not intended to replace treatment. It is essential that a young person who is self-harming takes the steps to access appropriate treatment. The app has been developed for young people, and based on their age, they are provided with age-relevant tasks. The app uses a surfer analogy where the urge to self-harm is like a wave. It feels the most powerful when you start wanting to do it. The user is encouraged to learn to ride the wave through the use of activities or through self-soothing so that the urge to self-harm will fade. That brings us to the end of our interview for today. If you suffer from any of the previously mentioned disorders or feel the need to self-harm, please reach out to a health professional or your doctor. And if it's not that intense at the moment, download the app on the Google Play Store and take care of your mental health. We'll be back just now. Stay tuned. And for today's life hack, increase the life of your garden of your topsoil by mixing in crushed up coffee grounds, banana peels and eggshell. You're welcome. And next up, Jeanette Dierhart for our Flex Minute.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Flex. I'm Jeanette Dierhart, your presenter for Flex, and today we will be doing some stretches that will help you with your posture. Now, do take note that these stretches help strengthen your core, it helps strengthen your back, and it gives your spine some activation as well. But to actively help your posture, you actually have to think about it every day and work on that. So we are going to do a downward facing dog. So downward dog, you are up and you really just, this is what you do. So you literally, you fold yourself in half, you have your arms in front of you and you stretch it out. So this one will really help that spine. It gives you the spinal activation and it also stretches that glutes and everything. So as I said before, this is just really to give your body that activation that it needs. Okay, and to strengthen that muscle, we are going to go into high plank. So you're going to hold this. If you want to do the forearm plank, then you can do that as well. But what this does, it forces you to literally keep your spine straight. So this one works on your abdominal muscles. And it also forces you to constantly, while you're holding that pose, just to hold your spine straight. And if you practice this daily, it will actually also help. And what really helps is running. Now running, you might think, how will this help me with my posture? Well, when you're running, you like press your chest outwards, okay? And you just keep upright because you can't be running like this. You can't be slouching while running. And so be active and actively think about improving your posture daily.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the show. I hope you can benefit from the app. If you have more serious issues, please make sure you go see a doctor or a health professional. See you again tomorrow. Goodbye.
Here we go.